So, in light of 1.7 dropping, my server is going to be resetting, and I can't take this build with me. As a result, I'm going to show it to you guys. It's not finished, but this was the first thing I really started working on large when I came to this server back in December or so. In any event, this entire area was carved out without the use of MC MMO skills, though I do have them, or they are present on the server. The mines go back a distance of 128 away from the tower, and for reference sake, this is a space-efficient tree farm, but not very sustainable. The first floor here actually was going to be my workshop, but I never really got too far into it. We're actually at layer 12 at the moment, and that pool of water around the tower goes down to 5, and that's the layer of obsidian between me and the water. The layer of obsidian covers the entire tower all the way up to its top. Again, workshop incomplete. This was the vault. I have some stuff, but really the vault never got going. It's only really in this one area that I've got stuff stored to any degree. I've got 2 floors of mushrooms. They're spaced out such that their 9x9 areas don't overlap, so I'll always have 5 mushrooms for each pole in there mixed, so that I can double layer. If you use the same mushroom, you'd only get 5 in this area, whereas by doing both types of mushroom, I get double for the space. We have an indoor tree farm that's much more sustainable. On this level we got wheat, needlewort, and pumpkins, obviously. Each of the farming floors like this were designed so that I could get 64 blocks, or 64 yield out of everything I planted. So one floor has the potential to grow 64 of each crop, even though I've done 2 floors and then just doubled the space of each crop on that floor, so that there's only really 3 crops per floor. This area, I ended up putting in sugarcane just to work on MC MMO skills, but it was going to be a prison with villagers for trading. Didn't really bother advancing it that far. That door pretty much marks the area where people can get into from the surface. And this floor got a bunch of little closet areas, and some of these I started furnishing, but it was just servant quarters and I guess visitor quarters. Then you head upwards further. This is the kitchen. Some of you might recognize it from my last video. Main hall. I'll show you the dock after. We've got the balcony. I was thinking about putting in some kind of bar up here. And then it heads up further to kind of a living area. Simple bathroom. I've got kind of a baby's bedroom, so you got your crib, place for a servant, closet space. This was somebody's idea of an armoire I ripped off. I can't remember where I saw it. Fireplace, obviously the master bedroom. That's another closet over there. And then we get into the library. The reason the mines go all the way out to 128 is this was designed to have, the tower was designed to have a mob spawner, a natural mob spawner built into it. Over this side I was probably going to do storage for enchanted books and tables. This was going to be brewing, and I really didn't have an idea of what I was doing with the third area. But when it comes to the mob spawner, everything would fall from up there, hit this platform, and then you just kill it here. This is the switch I was going to block off so only I could get to it. That way you don't have problems with people leaving it on. I can show you the inside of the... I had 3 layers for the natural mob spawner. This size was really... It really would have been plenty for a regular server, or regular game. You only need 1 floor, but because of the way Spigot works, even 3 floors was pretty much terrible as far as mobs per minute go, just because of the way the settings are. I'd get maybe 1 mob every 15 minutes, and 9 times out of 10, they wouldn't even make it out of here before despawning. So, as a whole, that was a bit of a waste. The library. It also travels up further, and then at the top of the tower I was going to do a altar and some kind of worship area, but that's another area that didn't really get finished. I would have brought it over from this height, covered up the floor so you couldn't see the lighting for the spawners. I do have 5 beacons, I just took 3 of them from here to use in an area I was able to actually fight mobs in. And then I'll take you outside. So we're back at the main hall. This is the deck, and the server does have sponge activated, so I was able to use that. It creates a 3x3, maybe it's 5x5 by 5 area where water can't flow. So what you end up doing is, to do this, I built a scaffolding out of dirt where I wanted water to flow, fueled it from these 8 source blocks, and the pitch of the roof split it into such a way that when it hit here, it was all the way around. You'd put your dirt here, here, and then one under it to guide the water back towards the tower, so you get the overlap. And then the cylinder, the obsidian cylinder, is straight down. But I decided to just expand out the water as it went down to make the tower look a little bit more visually interesting. And the pillars on the sides were just something I added extra to. That was pretty much blocks here, 4 source blocks under it, and then I just did kind of a star pattern on the way down as it hit so that it would expand out and create those larger pillars. The dock itself never really got finished either. Like, this was going to be a main reception area, flags and etc. Then over here I had a fishing setup, but I would have expanded that more to have maybe building materials and kind of a general work area of shipments being brought in. And then over this side I would have done like kind of a bazaar setup, so small little booths, maybe selling things, to be kind of the trade depot of the tower. This is somebody else's design for a ship. I just reproduced it because I liked the look and I wanted something else out here. Captain's quarters. Deck below has beds, and then over the other side you got more room for storage or cargo. And yeah, the ocean, when I first built it, the ocean was the same height it is now. Not that you can really see it. I think we were at like altitude 45? 48-ish. Yeah. So when I first started here, it was just a hole in the ocean floor. You wouldn't have noticed it unless you knew what you're looking for, other than a small island that I've since demolished that had one block of grass on it and a sign that said keep off. But yeah, that's pretty much the entirety of it. It'll be sad to see it go, but the other build I'm actually saving is more important. So, have fun.